Come on in. Take a seat. I hear you're my new assistant.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Not like you care.
Okay, well, I'm Chris Hansen. And so our case here is we have a criminal on the streets.
Doing what?
Buying grapes.
Okay. What's the problem with that?
Do you not understand the severity of what grapes does in this country? I have vowed to have all grape consumers thrown in jail or killed. That is my life goal.
What has caused this? You're crazy. What happened to you?
I watch a lot of Alex Jones.
This guy's crazy.
I promise you, we're gonna catch him.
I caught him right there.
Come on in. Who are you?
I saw you had some grapes.
What are you doing?
How did you use a guy on the road for 2 days?
I don't know. You've been keeping me up at night. I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm really starting to question my abilities.
Only now?
Yes.
Hey, guys.
Just wait for me.
Go away. It's really starting to make sense. It's just right there.
Guys. He's ran.
He was just here. Your group too.
Can you go to my case file?
Do I seriously have to?
Yeah. Thanks. Hello? Yeah, I know where he is. He's been here for 2 days. Where? A library? Yeah, I know. There's 3 floors though, so it's kind of tough. Okay. Alright, thanks. Bye.
Here's your case file.
It's delicate stuff, man.
What? Just isn't that the evidence? Do you actually have paperwork or just a bag of grapes?
Well, here looks like a bag of grapes. Did you eat these?
They're so good.
You're my sidekick.
Yeah, but those are good grapes.
How much do they cost?
I don't know, I got them from some guy in the library.
Excuse me.
That's the guy we're after, isn't it?
Well, excuse me. What are they doing?
Grape surgery. Oh, this is great. He's playing with you. See, this is the best part of the day. You failing and me getting to watch you go crazy.
You're worse at this job than me. I got him! That's over the top. I need an interview.
You're the dude I've been messing with because he has the great fetish, right?
Yes, he is completely nuts, insane. No, I need an interview. Trust me.
Please? You need an interview with me?
Just do it. Save me. But it gives me a break. It gives me a break.
There's some grapes at least.
No. Give him the grapes.
Give me your grapes.
Alright. What are you doing here?
Well, first, can I ask you a question? Why have you been chasing me the past 5 days in the library?
Well, if you really want to know the real reason, I'm taking a night class, and I need some help with Convergence.
You need help with a night class? What do you need in help about Convergence? Because I'm taking a class at Convergence, so...
Can you define it for me?
I can define Convergence for you. The best way I can define it, as Henry Jenkins stated it, Convergence refers to a process, but it's not an endpoint. One of the best quotes I can take from him was not only that was a quote from him himself, but he also said, the way in which those various transitions play themselves out will determine the balance of power within this new media era. So what does that mean? So basically it just will mean how we impact, media in the form of Convergence and how we interact with it, how relationships existing, between technologies, industries, markets, genres, books, audiences, et cetera, how, that'll be affected, mainly through Convergence is the best way I can describe that.
Are there any different types of Convergence?
Yeah, there's one that I'm very adamant about, and that's cultural convergence.
Well, why don't you define that for me?
I can define that for you right now. Jenkins defines it as, well, it is the theory that two cultures will be more and more like each other as their interactions increase. Basically, the more the cultures interact, the more that their values, their ideologies, behaviors, arts, and their customs will start to, mingle and kind of be reflective of one another, and look the same, So that's cultural convergence.
Any more?
Not that I can think of. I mean, there's probably at least 4 more.
Media Convergence?
No, not that one. Media convergence is like the whole overall convergence topic.
One of them that we do on a day-to-day basis that he is forgetting is called organic convergence, which is when you use your phone while you're researching stuff on the computer.
What are you doing?
You're forgetting.
Back on me.
No, we
me.
specifically don't want you in the mood. You're filming us, all right?
Okay, man. Jeez, man.
Oh, you roll.
You know what? You finish it. You already ruined it. Just finish organic convergence.
Go.
Well, it's like you're talking on the phone with your buddies or you're calling your mom and everything like that. They need you to research something. So you can pull up your laptop, talk on there while you're typing up everything. Yeah.
All right, set, done. Let's go. Show me a nice guy.
I'm trying to be a nice guy too, but you keep asking me why I got a computer when you're talking about grapes and convergence or whatever. Like, I don't know why I'm here.
I'm sick and tired of your conversation. Get back on topic. I'm getting bored.
It was called drama, emotion, cultural convergence, and towards the end of his article, that's when he starts to bring in kind of the idea of how cultural convergence plays a role into his overall thesis, but some hypotheses that he brought into his article. He brought in 3 of them, and they're all back to back. One of them was a hypothesis of cultural convergence, how the self-concepts of 2 groups who share the same information will converge over time towards one another in a cognitive map. And his next hypothesis was on behavioral change and how the closer that the self-concept of a group and a cognitive image converges towards an object, the greater the probability those members will, the members of the group will, kind of practice the same behavior, and, again, reflect each other, as when I defined culture and convergence earlier. And then he had a hypothesis on behavioral convergence, which basically he said the greater the convergence of the cognitive image of two groups over time, the greater the probability the group members will engage in the same behavior. So through all that, he looks at how drama in films or shows or whatever, how that influences behavior from an audience, and how that audience will relate to that character or relate to that ideology or whatever the message the film's trying to get across, and they'll relate to that and start portraying themselves towards that light a little bit.
I actually just read a very similar article by Sood. It's audience involvement in entertainment education. Yeah.
Why don't you tell me about it?
So it was this whole idea of how using education to get this across, to educate people of different cultures and stuff like that. And the best way to do that is to make it an interesting plot with drama and all sorts of stuff like that to engage the audience, to get them involved and invested into the show, film, radio, station, whatever it is, that you want to draw them in and use real life examples and kind of take this. It's getting to the point where a lot of the younger generation, because they're using younger characters, the younger generation can really easily relate to these people in this show. And that now it's not just raising issues of question about dowry, but higher education, the importance of safe sex and all sorts of stuff like that. And it's really getting people really to start talking more about equality and acceptance and stuff like that. And they're really seeing some positive changes coming from people watching the show.
Riveting.
That leads me to ask, what's your gripe with grapes? Because it seems like you're not showing that equality that you just talked about with grapes, man.
It's not your business.
Do you want to talk about it, or
I really don't. Tough subject. Hey.
It was a clerical error.
I'm right here. Have ears. Can you hear you?
Where?
I thought we were all friends.
I don't even know you. You just sat down as I was studying and said this was an interview.
Yeah. No, this was entirely a clerical error. I'm supposed to be working with the real Chris Hansen to get your Predator. Yeah, that guy was super awesome. I thought I had it with him.
So his name's Chris Hansen?
Yeah.
What does he do?
Just like great guys. I don't think he actually works for them. I think they just let him think he does. It's a little.
It makes sense. I don't know how this dude.
You really ruined my show like this.
Why are you talking to the cameraman?
Because he's the one being nice to me.
He paid me $50.
He paid you?
He paid me to film you.
Yeah. We're getting so off track.
We're at 7 minutes.
We can keep. Yeah. That was 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We can cut down.
I feel like we can cut like 4 minutes of that out. In case of me on the library for 5 days for eating grapes.
I never really thought of it that way.
What's with you and grapes, dude? Before I even get into like personal, I'll just explain. So I was reading something the other day about convergence. It was an article. Yes.
What were you reading?
I was reading an article by Dr. Lawrence Kincaid called yeah, it's a guy. His name's Lawrence. I think that's a big giveaway.
Well, it's 2018, so.
Yeah, I mean, we got a guy catching grapes.
It's like assistant type thing. I don't really know. It sucks. Awful job.
I can see. It looks like a.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I wanted to become Attack Me Hour. I'm conducting the interview here.
I'm pretty sure from the second I showed up.
Actually, as of right now, I don't think I am.
I think I've been asking a lot more questions.
It's not my fault. I thought I'd be working with the real Chris Hansen to catch a predator.
I am the real Chris Hansen.